Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the SurgeCast, Season 2, Episode 12, presented by Primo X Hockey, Level Up Snacks, and In the Clutch Apparel. I'm your host, Zach Martin.
I'm Bailey Curtis.
And we have an awesome show today. I know 2 in 1 week. We don't do that a whole lot, but kind of just worked out with some scheduling, and it's kind of a good thing that we got another show today because something pretty huge for the Hurricanes dropped yesterday. But before we get into that, and before we get into our guest, I know if you're on YouTube, you kind of see our guest at the bottom. But before we get into that, Bailey, how have you been since Wednesday? We're recording on Friday. Just for
I'm good.
Context.
I was very excited to see hockey was back on today. It's been getting colder in Colorado. Things have been lining up.
I don't know what that's like. It's still hot as heck down here in South Carolina, and I'm not feeling it right now.
It's been a pleasant surprise. I was talking with my neighbor after we recorded the show on Wednesday, and we were just kind of talking about how cold it's been lately, because it's normally kind of hits like upper 80s, lower 90s, maybe sticking right around the 80s, but it's been like 60s, 70s lately, which has been really nice.
That sounds perfect. That's the weather I want. Give me like low to mid 30s in the morning, like low to mid 60s as the high every day.
Yeah, we're getting into our 1 month of fall. I'll say that because we only have 1 month of it before winter comes in full force.
At least North Carolina gets fall. South Carolina doesn't really get a fall. It might be like about a week or two, and that's about it. So, but yeah,
I don't know. How are you?
Doing good. You know, like you said, excited for hockey to come back. Kind of binged, listened to Canes Cast today. Caught up the last like 3 episodes just because I'm a little bit behind on that. So just, got to get caught up on that because it's, it's Mike and Shane. It's like, how can you not enjoy it listening to those guys talk about the Canes? But
I had my fix today listening to at least a little bit of the prospect tournament and hearing Mike and Tripp's voice. It was so great.
Hockey's almost back, but I don't know about you, but I'm kind of ready to introduce our guest for the audio version.
I have been so excited about this.
I know it was great. Like, got reached out to by our guest, like, hey, you want to do some crossovers? And I'm like, of course, because why not? So if anyone has seen the announcements from last week, we have Locked On Canes host Jared Ellis, the absolute legend himself, part of the Locked On Sports Network. Jared, how are you doing today, bud?
Legend is pushing it. Now I know how Mike Maniscalco felt the other day when I was talking to him. Like, you're hyping me up too much. All I did was like drunk tweet at Jordan Martinook one time. That was about it.
I mean, hey, whatever works, right? I mean, if they respond back, I mean, it's something. But no, I mean, I've been listening to your stuff for a while. Locked On's always done pretty good stuff with all their hockey shows and stuff like that, because we have some friends that are doing stuff with the Locked On Network, with the Avalanche and all that. Like I said, listen to you for a long time, so it's good to have a fellow Hurricanes podcaster come on, especially from that realm, because you do it every day for 5 days a week. So I mean, kudos to you, man.
it's
a process.
Took me a step back whenever I reached out to you guys, and like, shoot, like, they're the new kids on the block. Now it's not me anymore. Like, I've been around for a bit. I think this is going into fourth season covering the team.
So this is your 4th season. How long have you been doing this? How long has this kind of been a normal for you?
Podcasting or just covering the team in general?
Both.
It's actually the same answer for both. Just heading into this 4th season. They decided to hire me with no experience at all. And that's how I got the experience. But it started at Fansided's website way back in the day. Just saw like a thing where like, let's see what happens.
Right.
Did that for a bit, and then one of the old San Jose hosts, I had interviewed her for an article that I was doing. I forget what it was about. But then, I saw like, the your team every day tagline. And then I'm like, do they have a Hurricanes one? They didn't have a Hurricanes one. And me and my old co-host, we had been talking about starting a podcast to talk about hockey. And, we just applied, and here I am, all these years later, still doing it.
Right? That's
awesome.
That's so crazy for the fact that like by the time you wanted to do it, there still wasn't a Hurricanes one. So it's like that's like probably like the start of the OG locked on days then, because like now it's like every team, it seems like NFL, NBA, MLB, it's like almost everyone is covered. Like
I came in and like because they had like their initial batch of hosts. The Hurricanes one, I am the first and only host it's ever had,
paving the way.
But yeah, it's just I started that particular season was the season where they had the playoffs in the bubble. I think it's the 1920 season.
Right.
It was that season. They had a few shows up and running before the season started.
Right.
And then my show, along with a couple others, came in like right after the season started.
Okay. I was gonna say like way to start off a podcast right in a pandemic season with a cutoff and a bubble. Like my goodness.
Yeah.
It was something else, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Then you go into last year's like not this past season, but the season before is like shortened hybrid season where you're just like, all right, here's 50 something games, let's get all of them done really quick. And it's like, okay.
That was fun.
It's been interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This would
perfect time to go. Yeah, your actual first normal season?
It was this past season, yeah.
Oh,
full 82 games.
Oh my word. That's wild, but so today I know we kind of preferenced earlier, so we got some pretty cool news today. We got the prospect tournaments back, and then we have some pretty huge Hurricanes news in terms of some certain jerseys got released, and oh my goodness, I am really excited for that. But we're going to save the jerseys for last because those are just absolutely fantastic. So the first thing that we are going to talk about today is the Canes Prospect Showcase was today in Raleigh. So they're doing an Invisalign today and then they're doing the rest of the games at PNC Arena on Sunday after the 5K that the Canes are going to host. So you got some pancakes, you got some hockey. I mean, how can you not be upset about that on a Sunday? You get some good food and watch some hockey. It's prospects, so why not, right?
Yeah, for real. It's definitely they're definitely making an event out of it. I didn't watch any of the game today. I saw the final score. Wasn't pretty. When I went to go pick up my stuff for the 5K, my shirt, the little bib thing and all that. Kind of like just went in the eye. I had my dog with me, so I didn't want to be in there too long. Right. But they had it on in there, and I heard Tripp and Mike talking. I didn't really like step back and watch it at all because I had other errands I had to get done. But I mean, it's prospect tournaments. These guys are still learning the game. You got a brand new head coach, the new head coach for Chicago. He's behind the bench for this, so obviously is an ugly loss, 6-1, I believe was the final score. But these kids are all learning. It's all exhibition stuff. It's just good experience for all of them.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, they even had a shootout afterwards just to get some of that in as well. And it's because I was like on Twitter and everyone's like, everyone's reacting to the game, and I was like, oh, it's this team is a little sloppy. They look rusty. It's just like this, and it's like complaining about the refs, and I'm like, it's a prospect showcase game. It's like it's not really. I think everyone's kind of trying to get into mid-season form of just like, all right, what are we going to complain about today? But you know what? It is what it is. Hockey's back. That's all I really care about. We're getting some form of hockey. So, yes, like what Jared said, it was 6-1. The only goal for the Canes, it
came from Noah Gunler.
Yeah, Noah Gunler with a great slam dunk goal. But how about Vasily Ponomarev with the nasty toe drag to set up the goal by Noel? It was a highlight reel goal. It was very nice. You can't complain about it. Shout out to Walt Ruff for getting the video and tweeting that out so we can actually see it for those who are, because I wasn't able to watch it because I was out running errands. But that toe drag was nasty looking. I know Bailey. I know you were watching the game. Were you able to see the goal at all? So
I did see the goal, and it was insane. Like it wasn't something, because when I turned the game on, it was still 0-0. and I felt like I looked down at my phone for 1 second, and all of a sudden I looked back up, and the scores 1-0, and they did the replay, and I was like, "Holy moly!"
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get to watch much after that too, because I am dog sitting, so
Right.
it's life's been kind of crazy lately. But I'm glad I was able to at least see the replay of that, if not kind of somewhat see it in real time.
Yeah, for sure. But and like I said, it's a 6-1 game in a prospect tournament. Everyone hasn't been playing in a few months. All these guys really haven't been playing together at all. Basically, you got like guys from the junior leagues. You're talking Europe, AHL, or it's just one of those things where it's like you really can't expect these guys to be just clicking on all cylinders in a 2-game prospect tournament in like middle of September, where it's like, what can you really do outside of that? So I like what Jared said. It's just learning, getting used to the game, just getting used to just being around each other and stuff like that. Plus, it's getting you time on the ice, and that's all you're really asking for right now. It's just kind of get yourself back into revamp mode for start of whatever season you're going to when everything kicks back up in like October, November, depending on what league you're in and stuff like that. So, but I mean, Jared, did I know you didn't really catch the game at all, but like, what are you kind of like looking for or expecting, or is there anyone in particular you're kind of looking for to do something at the prospect showcase?
Really, I'm not expecting much out of this because, like you brought up a good point. It's a 2-game prospect tournament in the middle of September. You got guys from AHL, juniors, Europe, all over it. These are guys that maybe aside from a few here and there haven't played together. They've been practicing for a couple weeks together, but that's been about it. They haven't had the time to really like gel and get used to playing with each other. So really, I'm just out looking for little moments in seeing these guys develop essentially. Like that Noah Gunler goal. I want to see stuff like that show that all right, these kids, they got something. One guy that I really want to see have a good showing is Ryan Suzuki. He's been a guy, like, injuries have really hurt him in terms of his development in juniors and AHL. I feel that's kind of put him back a little bit.
So I will say he actually is not playing in the showcase.
Oh, he's not. I know he was on the roster. Okay.
So he's on the roster, but he was kind of taken out last minute. I know he was sitting with Jarvis and Natchez for the game today.
Oh, okay.
So,
I did not realize he had been pulled. That must have happened like
it's
real
second. Recent. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he was going to be the one guy that I was going to be looking at because, like I said, injuries have kind of hurt him, and he's seemingly got passed by other folks in the pecking order in terms of.
And I have a feeling that's why he was kind of pulled, just because of that injury aspect of it. Because, they want to be able to give him a good season this upcoming season, and if. Unfortunately, some players are more made of glass than others, and it'd be a shame for him to get taken out in something like this where it kind of ruins the rest of the year for him.
Yeah, because figure he's going to at least be on the Hurricanes roster through at least some of the preseason games. Like, we'll at least see him there. And then, obviously, if he were to make the quote-unquote main roster, you want him to be healthy for that. Or, if he's going back to Chicago to play in the AHL, he's got to be healthy for that too. And, I ultimately think, it sucks, not getting him to see him play. But ultimately, I do think it probably was the right move, him getting pulled. So he doesn't get hurt because training camp is right around the corner. He's got to be healthy for that. And then, like I said, preseason, NHL season, AHL season, he's got to be healthy for that. So all in all, probably the right move. Sucks that we're not getting to see him play, but
it is what it is. So I know game 2 is on Sunday. I think it's at 10 a.m. in the morning, I believe.
No, the Hurricanes game is actually the 1:00 game.
That's right.
That's right.
Exactly. It was weird because I saw that whenever I was looking at the schedule because it is on the day of the 5K. I figured they probably would have put the Hurricanes game earlier because you have all the crowd there. But I guess they figured, all right, you're probably still going to have folks outside doing whatever,
They need an inside break. There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know what? 1 o'clock though against Nashville. Go enjoy some pancakes, watch some people run, and go watch some hockey. Because why not? Plus, I don't know if the eye will be open, but I mean, always go check it out. Yeah, so there, go to the eye, go check it out, and you'll get some of your 25th anniversary swag from the store, and then go watch some prospect hockey. So before we go into our next part of the show, which is the one I know a lot of people are kind of excited about, and also our Forgotten Canes, because we can't do an episode without our Forgotten Canes. We're going to go and give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. So once we're done with that, we'll continue the rest of the episode after our amazing sponsors. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We'll get back to the rest of the episode after we talk about our amazing sponsors of the podcast. First sponsor we're going to talk about is our original OG number one sponsor, and that is Primo X Hockey. If you're looking for any hockey equipment, if you're talking indoor or outdoor, pucks, sticks, tape, apparel, anything like that, Primo X Hockey is the place to go. If you go to primoxhockey.com, they have an amazing sort of options for stick tapes, stick guards, pucks for indoor and outdoor, laces, all that type of good stuff. Definitely need to check them out. And the good thing, too, is they do ship across the United States for free. Or if you're in the Raleigh area, you can actually pick up at their warehouse, which I've been there before. It's a really great facility. It's really kind of cool how they have that place set up. So I would definitely say if you're in the area, go check them out, because why not support local, especially in the Raleigh area, and with the fact that they're also amazing caniacs as well. So if you go to primoxhockey.com and if you use the code SurgeCast at checkout, you get 20% off your order. And it helps and it lets them know that we sent you there, and it helps us at the podcast as well. So like I said, definitely a great group of guys. Definitely need to go check them out at primoxhockey.com. Use SurgeCast for 20% off your order, and make sure to go check them out on their socials at primoxhockey. That's on Twitter and on Instagram.
Next up, we have our amazing sponsor in Level Up Snacks, formerly Shocked Hydrate. Amazing, awesome group of people and company over there. If you're looking for some quality snacks and drinks, definitely go check them out. You can use code SurgeCast for 10% off of your order. Amazing sponsor of the podcast. We're super lucky to be working with them. So definitely go check them out. You can go check out their socials on Twitter at Level Up Snacks. Like I said, 10% off, code SurgeCast. Go check them out. Next up, we have our wonderful sponsors at In the Clutch Apparel. If you are looking for some awesome vintage sports apparel, I know they have some Whalers merch on there. If our fellow Hurricanes fans, you will definitely enjoy products coming from them. Not just vintage sports and hockey, though. They have baseball, football, anything your heart desires. Definitely go check them out. And we also have merch on there as well. If you're looking for a hoodie for the upcoming fall winter season, or just a t-shirt to come and rep the amazing SurgeCast, go check them out. You can use code SURGE at checkout for 10% off there as well.
And lastly, the sponsor is not only of the podcast, but it's more so of Belly Up as a whole, and that is Canadips. If you're looking for an everyday way to try to wind down from a tough day, or just try and get through the days in general, I would definitely say check out Canadips. They're a great CBD company out of California. The good thing is it's hemp only, no THC, so you can just take them whenever you can. They're coming in little pouches, about 10 milligrams, 150 milligrams per can, so you get about 15 pouches of those. They're really great to have. I know for me, it definitely helps with my anxiety. It helps with the joint pains, and like all the playing sports and stuff like that. I've used them a lot. I know a lot of people around Belly Up Sports have used them, and I definitely would recommend these things to anyone if you're looking for a way to help you just get through your day and try to wind down and try to get some relaxation and zen into your life. A lot of great flavors. We got the Palmy, which is black tea. They got the new ice cream sundae, which is really good. They got mango. They got watermelon and pina colada and a bunch of other different ones. They even got the normal classics like wintergreen and stuff like that. So definitely go check them out. If you go to canadipscbd.com and then /bellyup20, then that's the link that you can go to and go on the website and order from there as well. Or if not, just go to canadipscbd.com. Then at checkout, use bellyup20, and you'll get 20% off your order. And it actually helps out the global brand of Belly Up Sports if you go use that discount code of Belly Up 20. I couldn't recommend these guys enough. They're great. They're amazing. So definitely check out Canadips at canadipscbd.com or just normalcanadips.com if you're looking for more of something else past just the normal hemp CBD type stuff. But definitely have to go check them out so that we can help us, the podcast, and also Belly Up as a whole. So without further ado, let's send it back to the rest of the episode. And we are back. And oh my goodness, I'm kind of glad that we had an episode today because, like, once the announcement video was dropped for the new jerseys that the Hurricanes just debuted, I'm like, Bailey, if we didn't have a show today, we would have had to do like a one of those like emergency podcasts. Like we got to do it because we cannot wait a week to talk about these. But it kind of just timed perfectly with being with Jared. It's like because the Hurricanes, oh my goodness, they dropped the most epic reveal video for jerseys I've seen in a while, and it's for their alternate 25th anniversary jerseys. Oh my first reaction was I was absolutely losing my mind because for me this is like my childhood. We're talking like 2002, like 05, 06 Hurricanes jerseys, not like not the piping up top.
Nope.
It's just the original OG jerseys, and I was seriously losing it when I saw these. Like, what was your initial reaction when you saw the jerseys get dropped?
I mean, for me, it's exciting because I wasn't there to see the guys play in jerseys like this.
Yeah.
At least maybe not for a long time because my dad, he just recently, and Zach has seen it, just recently gave me his Ray Whitney jersey that has the piping up top. But aside from the piping, everything else is the same. I'm just like, imagine actually being there to see these guys play with these on.
Oh, wait, so you mean like one? You mean one of these original?
Yes.
One of the original Hurricanes ones with the actual like warning. And the thing is, this one actually has the sparkly silver in it.
Okay.
So not like the one your dad gave you, where it's like just straight gray. This one's actually got the sparkly silver in it. Yeah, you're talking like the original warning flag, and everything else. And this is the CCM version too.
Yeah.
I was a kid when I got this. I did get it with my name and number on the back, but I mean, come on. Like, how can you not love this jersey?
It's a fantastic jersey.
And the fact that they're bringing back the original number too, the font for that. Oh, it's
and so that's the thing that is most exciting to me too, is that people who are newer to the game and to following the Canes get to experience that era at least through those jerseys, if not through the millions of flashbacks that the Canes are probably going to post throughout this upcoming season too, where they'll get to see the entire history of 25 years.
Oh, for sure. So, like Jared, what were your thoughts when you first saw that announcement get dropped for the reverse the modern throwbacks, as we'll probably just call them, because they are pretty nice and they're just
I had a feeling that they're probably going to do some type of throwback jersey whenever they made the move to the blacks being the permanent home jersey.
Right.
I had a feeling they were going to do something along that line. And I'm really glad they did. I remember seeing these jerseys out on the ice whenever I was a kid, going to games, watching on TV. Like, I remember these jerseys. I have really good, fond memories of these jerseys. So I was really excited to see them come back. And yeah, it just brings back really good memories of seeing those. You bring up 05, 06, you bring those up, and I do at times miss that old font, the old NASCAR style font. It was fun. It's going to be really interesting to see the new guys wear these, because I saw a tweet from Andrew Schnittker, the old he still does work for him for Canes Country. How Jordan Stahl is the only player on the roster now that wore those style of jerseys. Obviously, some of them wore the old black alternate jerseys.
Yeah.
But Yeah, as a whole, like those style red jerseys, Jordan Stahl is the only one to have worn them on the team right now. So that's going to be really cool to see some of these younger guys wear them. Also be really weird because you got a guy like Seth Jarvis who is 20 years old.
Wearing
the jerseys are almost older than him.
Yeah. I mean, kid's a year younger than I am, so like he doesn't have much experience with them at all. And he on Twitter was like, "I'm so excited for these."
Yeah, I know it's going to be very cool.
Yeah, wear those throwbacks, and I mean, like I said, it's like because like you even got like you're bringing the old A's back too. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this on a reverse camera. Like you got the A, you're getting the letters back, you're getting the logo. And like the warning flag is on the bottom with the actual black around it too, where it's like a prominent warning flag, not the current ones that, well, I guess the now former current ones were fantastic, but I mean the original OG jerseys, these ones are so nice and clean. Like I'm so happy about the fact that they're doing that, and the fact that it's got like the 25th anniversary logo like in the collar, a very nice touch. And honestly, think about these jerseys, like the new modern throwbacks with the 25th anniversary logo patch on the other corner. Those are going to look so nice. Yeah, I already got someone going to get some patches for me. I'm going to just throw those on a couple jerseys. Like they're going to look so nice. And I've heard that the store is going to try to work on adding the apostrophe for some players' names. So if people want to go for some throwback player names, because I mean, Jared, you probably know this too. It's really hard to find those originals for a decent price for any of the big names. Like you know, you're not going to get anything cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, because my white well jersey has always been a Rod Brindamore of like that design style with the font and all that. I might be getting myself a custom Rod Brindamore in the modern throwback, because that is my ultimate jersey. Yeah, it's gonna be so nice, because I know Bailey. I know you said you're gonna try to go get a Cam Ward one
potentially
of the modern throwbacks.
Yeah,
mine would either be Cam or Eric Stahl. Those would be
beautiful choice too.
Now the question is, are you doing the E Stahl or just Stahl on the back?
Oh man, that's what I'm not sure, honestly. Because I mean, everyone knows like the numbers and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everyone knows the number. Because I asked that because I have the white jerseys with the red piping up top, but it's got the J Stahl.
Yeah.
For Jordan, so when you mentioned like Jordan Stahl's the only one that wore those ones. I have a white version of that jersey with the J Stahl on the back with the alternate on the collar.
Yeah.
And another thing I thought about is, I got, one of the old black alternate jerseys, and it's blank. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can finally get someone put on it, because they don't have any of the old fonts and numbers and whatnot. I've asked about it, but that's another thing. Some of the folks that maybe have an old jersey that they want personalized, they can. If they don't, they don't. It's no big deal, obviously. But
I have the black. I have the original black alternate one too, and it's signed by Brandon Sutter, but there's no name on the back. So I'm thinking, yes, it is signed by Brandon Sutter, but I can still get whoever I want on the back of the jersey. It's just it is what it is, But how I got signed, but. Yeah, like I definitely can see a lot of customizations of older jerseys. Definitely going to happen for sure. But
absolutely.
Like you have to think how many people are going to try to get like the newer version of all the guys that are current with the team, but then all the people are going to be like, oh, I can get my former favorite Kane on the new modern throwback. Yeah, it's not the same because it's Adidas compared to CCM, but I mean, who cares? It's still it's the modern throwback with your favorite player on the back. Doesn't really matter who it really is. So I'm kind of curious to see like what the ratio of like newer guys on the current roster to like old school names are going to be put on these jerseys.
And you have to think too, there's going to be people walking around with newer guys on these sweaters.
For sure.
It's going to happen. But something I also saw question wise coming up a lot too is these are basically, besides the CCM Adidas differentiation, these are basically the exact same jerseys. What's to stop people, or what's to entice people who were around for that part, or for that or era of the Canes to get these jerseys?
I would say mostly because, like, say you only have like a certain player from that era, and there's another guy from that era you really want,
and that's
you can go and do that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's a perfect way for fans to be able to add to their original OG collections, while also, if they want to get the new guys too, they still can. Or if the newer fans don't have any of these because it's been forever since we've had these, now you can still get them. Or even me and Jared, all the throwback guys, so like, we don't care. We want these because that's what we want. So I think the Hurricanes did a perfect job of, like, you can still get whatever phase of era that you're in of your fandom, to where it's like you're going to get these regardless because they're just super clean and nice. And the thing is, it's only 12 games in these. Like, it's not like a good, like, it's usually more than they did with the black jerseys during the regular season. So we're going to get 12 games of these. It's not been announced which games yet, but I know it's 12 because I know Walt tweeted it yesterday that it is confirmed 12.
I have a feeling they'll be dropping right around when the jerseys drop.
October 6th, they are going on sale. So that has been confirmed by the team that October 6th, these jerseys are getting dropped. And I did sign up for their notification for when they actually go on sale. So best believe I got an anniversary present coming my way of one of these babies. So I'm really excited. I mean,
yeah.
And so one thing, with these jerseys, talking about like the old players and whatnot, I think it'll look, especially like, like a Cam Ward, like an Eric Stahl, a Rod Brindamore.
Oh yeah,
one of those like really like names that are held in high regard. Having or Justin Williams as well. He wore him also, even if it was a different number at the time, but. Having the anniversary patch on there too, that'll look really cool. But one thing that I love the most is that they're bringing back, a Hurricanes throwback jersey, not a Whalers jersey, a Hurricanes jersey. Because I feel like I'm probably in the minority of it, but I've gotten tired of the Whalers stuff. It feels like they've been going back to that well too much. It's fun for like a night. A year, that's fun and all, but I feel like the reverse retros kind of overdid it. I remember on 99.9, I forget which show it was, but Jordan Martinook, was on there. He liked him obviously, but it was like, the Hurricanes have been in Raleigh for over 20 years. Why aren't we doing Hurricane stuff?
Yeah, right, exactly.
And I like that they're sticking with like it's Hurricanes, with this. Not with it. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do Whalers stuff, this year.
Oh, I mean, we got Whalers down with the Bruins and all of that. So because I know we did the throw. I know, like, for the reverse retros, if they were going to do the Whalers reverse retro like they did the first time, like the gray was like, okay, I like it. It's nice. It was definitely different. I'm curious to see if they're going to do like a blue version of. Because I know they did the green last year for Whalers Night. I'm curious to see if they're going to do the navy blue version of that for the reverse.
That's really the only one I want to see at this point.
Or the white version. It's basically the blue or the white that's basically left from the Whalers. If they want to do that, I mean, now it's kind of like I guess they really don't want to go back to another throwback Canes jersey for the reverse retro because kind of like we're doing it for the 25th anniversary edition. I don't see them doing another unless it's like a Whalers logo in the Canes colors. Then that's going to be like it's nice, but it's also kind of like weird to see. So I'm curious to see how the reverse retros are going to go. But I mean, all these 25ths are going to look so nice. Like, I'm excited to see like Ray Whitney jerseys. I'm going to see. I bet there's going to be some like Glenn Wesley somewhere.
Absolutely.
Hedeken, Stahl, Ward, but there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to get their like number. I'm curious if we're going to get Tuomo Ruutus thrown on these jerseys, or
I guarantee, I'd bet money that you'd see at least one.
Sami Kapanen. I mean, now here's a jersey I would really want to get just for not the oddity, but for like the out of left field type ones where you really want to think. I want to see a Shane Willis jersey in one of the new ones.
Someone would do it.
Someone would do it. I mean. If I had the extra money to throw around, I would easily do it because Shane Willis has always been my number one what if Hurricane. Because if it wasn't for all the injuries, I think he would have had a stellar career with the Canes.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's always my biggest what if, and he's also on my wish list of guests for the show too. So that would be kind of sick. But I don't know. It's kind of cool. I'm just excited for the jerseys to drop. Definitely gonna get one of them for sure. I know everyone's excited for these. I haven't really seen anyone upset about them. Because
No.
how can you be upset with these jerseys?
No clue.
Yeah. All right. So before we actually wrap up the show, we're actually going to do our Forgotten Canes segment as always, because it's always a fun thing to do. Everyone seems to enjoy it. I know, Jared, we're kind of catching you at the last minute on that, but it's something that we do. We go back and like, oh, here's a cane that used to be with us, but maybe some people forgot, maybe some people didn't know. So we are going to do that. So I'll start it off.
Just to preface before we kind of get into it, so we tend to kind of go different routes with this, just because I am a lot newer to the team than Zach is. So I tend to go for guys that he probably recognizes, and we almost kind of turn it into like a trivia thing. So if you recognize them, I kind of go towards like the newer fans of the team, whereas Zach kind of tries to steer towards the old. Sometimes we surprise each other, but just a preface.
I'm surprising you today with this one. This one is from the 2016-17 Hurricanes team.
Okay.
So pretty new. And here's the caveat. They had to play at least one game for us to mention them. This guy's played 2 games with the Hurricanes.
Okay.
They're a total of 2. And this guy does have the record for the hardest shot in the AHL All-Star game. If that's also a clue. I don't know how many people are going to know this, but some might. It is Martin Frk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was originally a Hurricane because I think it doesn't say on Hockey Reference. So he was drafted by Detroit in the second round, 49th overall in the 2012 entry draft, but his first NHL season didn't come until 16-17 with the Canes. 2 games, -3. And that's all his stats. That's the only stats he have for the Hurricanes. He played 2 games and got a -3. But yeah, Martin Frk was a Hurricane in the 16-17 season for 2 games.
Okay. Yeah, I
never I bet you not allowed. I bet you no one knew that we had Martin Frk at one point.
No, I totally forgot.
Yeah, so. How about that for a left field pick of Martin Frk?
Definitely surprised me.
Jeez. Hey, went super new school with not that long ago, 16-17. But Bailey, who's your Forgotten Cane?
So my Forgotten Cane, hailing from Oak Park, Illinois, he was kind of bouncing around teams when he was with us, because he spent 3 years with us from 2007 to 2010. He was traded in 2010 to Washington. Then he actually came back to us, then went to Boston 2011, 2012, came back to us again, then went to Ottawa 2013, 14, and that's when he retired. He came, like I said, right after we won the Cup. He was drafted by LA, 4th round, 3rd pick, 83rd overall. Defenseman, like I said, Oak Park, Illinois, Joe Corbo.
Oh, come on. One of my Canes cards of the day, guys. Joe Corbo.
He is. Super he had a total of all of the seasons combined when he was with us. He racked up a total of 42 goals and 86 assists.
There you go.
As a defenseman.
Man, that's not bad at all. And double sevens too on the back of his jersey. Very, very. You don't see a lot of huge, numbers of him in that area, but Joe Corbo, that's always a name you're always going to remember, especially the fact we got him from. Did we get him from Ottawa? No, we got him from. I know we traded him to Ottawa at some point.
We got him from Ottawa, actually.
That's right. I thought so. Yeah, I knew it was one or the other. I always get those confused. Like, did we get him or did we send him? But yeah, we did get him. Riley Stillman trade. So it was the Riley Stillman trade.
So, like I said, we got him from Ottawa, and we sent him back to Ottawa, where he ended his career.
Yeah, he did. So. Yeah, sorry, not Riley Stillman. It was the Corey Stillman trade. That's how we got Joe Corbo from Ottawa, because they sent Corey Stillman up there. So yeah, how about that?
Yeah,
not a bad pick, Joe Corbo. Jared, I know we kind of brought this on to you at the last second, but do you have a Forgotten Cane that you kind of want to?
Yeah, I got one. I don't know if it's necessarily forgotten because I know like folks still remember. Yeah, he played
Well,
for the team.
forgotten. It's
Yeah,
it's just a name we use for a segment, but it's forgotten. But it's people are
Yeah.
a lot of people remember these guys.
because he's made his name over the past few years with Dallas, but he started his career off in Minnesota. Was in Boston. He spent 2 years in Minnesota, 2 years in Boston, then was with the Hurricanes for 2 seasons in the 13-14 season and the 14-15 season, then was in Anaheim, went back to Boston, and has been in Dallas since 2018-2019, and that is veteran goaltender Anton Khudobin.
Ah,
Ooh, I
there
remember
we
him.
go.
Okay.
There we go. That's a fantastic.
I like whenever I see his name, it always kind of comes to the back of my head, like, oh, that's former Hurricane Anton Khudobin. But it's one of those things, like it almost slips your mind sometimes too when that thing's not sitting there yelling at you in the back of your head. Like,
Yeah.
he was a Hurricane. He used to play for us.
More
That's
synonymous
crazy.
with Dallas at this point.
Yeah.
Rather than
Plus
the
all
Hurricanes.
the bouncing around he did too.
Yeah, and I know like a lot of folks they'll have that gif of him. He was going over the boards into the bench and like he fell.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's that, but yeah, that's my forgotten Hurricane.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No,
Great
it was originally
pick for
going to
being put on
be
the spot.
there are a couple of names I originally thought like the most iconic one of playing one game. That's Jared Stahl.
Oh yeah.
I figure like, all right, he's definitely been done at this point. And there was
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't been
actually.
done yet.
Oh
no.
well, sorry to ruin that one. You may want to wait a while before you use that. And there was one that's definitely not forgotten. Yeah, he's here for a long time. That was Brandon Sutter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Brandon Sutter.
I've said multiple times on the podcast, if you take Cam Ward out of the equation, I used to love Brandon Sutter. My favorite memory of him was that one goal he got coming out of the penalty box.
Oh, that was a great goal.
Like spitfire, it like comes out the puck, perfect timing. Oh, it was great.
That was a fantastic goal. But
honestly,
great choices today. Got Martin Ferk. You got Anton Khudobin, and you got Joe Corvo. What a
lineup!
What a great little three of that. So great. But Jared, thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's a lot shorter episode than we usually do. I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Wait a minute, these guys are already done." Usually like an hour and a half, maybe. But trying with scheduling purposes, we're trying to keep it short and sweet today. Like I said, we didn't have a whole lot of news. We just did one like 2 days ago. Didn't want to kind of start repeating ourselves from the last episode. So we wanted to try to keep it shorter with the showcase, the jersey announcement, which we were going to do a show anyway if we didn't have one today, but we did, luckily. Right. Of course, Forgotten Canes. So, Jared, thank you so much for joining us today. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on. Obviously follow me on Twitter at JaredEllis_96. Follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at LO_Hurricanes. It's available on whatever streaming platform you're listening on. Also on YouTube at Locked On Hurricanes.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure. You guys definitely have to like and subscribe to his show because the fact that he had Mike Maniscalco on recently.
Oh, yeah.
He had the the Ice Pack head coach was also on there as well.
And Walt was just on there yesterday as well.
Yeah, Walt Ruff was on there yesterday, and we might have something cooking with Walt Ruff as well ourselves, but we're not going to say when exactly, but something might be on the horizon with Walt Ruff coming for part 2 with us. But yeah, no, definitely check out Jared's show. It's really great. It's 30 minutes, Monday through Friday, right? I want to make sure I'm getting that correct.
I always try to have it Monday through Friday. Occasionally there may be a weekend episode here and there, but yeah, I always try to have it at least Monday through Friday.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, definitely have to check him out. It's great stuff. Bailey, where can people find you on the socials?
First off, let me just say too, Jared makes some great content. If we are not your first listen of the day, definitely make sure he is. He runs an awesome podcast.
Yeah, make sure at least make sure we're the 1-2 punch to start your day. Whether it's us or Jared, you gotta have that little 1-2 with us and Lock On Hurricanes.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Bailey Curtis, and that's Bailey with 2 Y's, mainly hockey stuff. Love chatting it up with people. I've been getting into it recently with the $10,000 duo ticket we just found on Ticketmaster. So love having conversations with people. Definitely mention me, shoot me a DM. If you're looking for a little more personal aspect in my life, go follow me on Instagram at Bailey Lynn Curtis. Definitely go follow the SurgeCast at the SurgeCast on Twitter. You can find a Linktree link in our bio to find random links to help you find different listening platforms for the podcast if you're looking for different places to listen, as well as subscribing to our YouTube. We are the SurgeCast on YouTube. Definitely go subscribe over there. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Yep, and also don't forget that like too, because that'll help with the algorithms to get onto the main page and all the good stuff. And also make sure to check that out to also go to our sponsor websites for Primo X Hockey, Level Up Snacks, and the Clutch Apparel, and also check out Belly Up as well. You can find me at One True Zach on Twitter. That's only True Zach. It's spelled out, and that's not just the number one. Do you want to come talk to me about hockey, soccer, whatever other sports? Definitely for sure. But since we are getting into hockey season, my Twitter timeline is going to be flooded with just hockey stuff. So be ready for just nonstop hockey content for the next while. Hopefully until the Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup, which would be nice. But yeah, like I said, Jared, thank you so much for coming on. Bailey, it's always great talking Hurricanes because it's when is it never a good time to talk about this? The most fun team in all of sports, not just hockey, but all of sports. But until next week for episode 13 of season 2 of the SurgeCast, I'm Zach.
I'm Bailey.
I'm Jared.
Bye, Jared. We'll see you next time here at the SurgeCast.
Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Media production. Some said we'd go belly up, so we made it our name. And we're still here.